Bulldogs are going to punt it away. Back to receive is Jalen Hudson, the senior defensive back. The line drive kick's going to roll out of bounds about the 15-yard line. So with 9:33 left in the second quarter, Northeast Jones Tigers 14, the Franklin County Bulldogs 0. So, as I stated in the beginning, the Northeast Jones Tigers had a great offensive showing as they showed the ability to drive down the field and get on the board. And then defensively, the Tigers show a great performance by causing a fumble. And just ran back 90 yards for a score. Tiger offense gets set up. It's going to hand off to Tony Barnes. Finds a way to dragging 3 defenders. Wow, great display of power by Tony Barnes, who plows his way up the middle. It's going to be a pickup of 8 yards. Tigers, same formation. His handoff. Barnes again up the middle. Going to be picked up by a defender. It's going to be dropped after pickup of about 2 yards or 1 yard. It's going to bring up third down. Well, the refs are going to give him the first. So great job by Tony Barnes to pick up the ball his way up the middle, even though it was picked up there. Great display of power by Tony. And Tigers with 3 receivers. Mason going to look right, finds the field, has open grass ahead of him. He's going to break a tackle. Dragging defender is going to take a vicious hit after pickup of about 20 yards on the carry. So Mason Smith looked at a few of the receiving options he had, didn't like what he saw, decided to keep it himself. So a great display of power and speed up the middle. Enough for a first down for the Tigers. In the same formation, Charlie Strickland in at receiver, and Jalen Hudson in at receiver. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout on the field. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast brought to you by City Productions, LLC. I'm the voice of the Tigers, Kinsley Keys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Been so excited for this upcoming season after seeing the Tigers' off-season regimen. And Coach Braddock said he's truly excited to see what the Tigers have in store for this season as to put them through a vigorous off-season workout program. And you can tell these players are much bigger and much faster, and they're much more determined, much more mature, and much more focused this year going into the season. So great showing for this first game of the season. And the offense gets set to take the field. And Jalen Hudson in that receiver. And Charlie Strickland. And Kyle Braddock in that receiver. Smith hands up to Barnes up the middle, who picks up about 1.5 yards on the carry. He's going to bring up second down. The same formation. Mason with the snap. Going to get to Barnes up the middle. Is going to be tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. 0 yards, going to bring up third down. And Mason Smith is doing a great job of managing this offense. Same formation, all receivers to the right. Flag on the play. It'll be a false start against the Tigers. They're going to bring it back. And not too many penalties for the Tigers thus far in the game. Hope I'm not speaking too soon, but it's a great job of great awareness by the Tigers and great game management as well. Offense lines up, same formation. Smith with the snap, rolls out to his right, looking deep. Has the defender in his back. He's going to keep it himself around the right sideline. He's going to run over one of his receivers, but Charlie Strickland shows great toughness getting up after that. I tell you, you have to admire the speed of Mason Smith as a quarterback. Great arm, great accuracy, and great speed. So if nobody's open, he definitely has the ability to tuck it himself and run it. But despite the effort, that's going to bring up fourth down for the Tigers. Charlie Strickland back to punt it away for the Tigers. Great high kick. And the Bulldog defender tried to fair catch it, but he drops the ball, recovered by the Northeast Jones Tigers, deep in Bulldog territory. Wow. Great defensive performance by the Tigers. Man, they came down there and they delivered a good blow.
What station are you
I'm on Facebook.
Facebook?
The link is on Scenic Productions LLC. And after looking, there's a man down on the field. It looks like it's a Bulldog down after the play, and it is a Bulldog down after the play. I think it's the guy who fair caught the ball but took a great shot after he dropped it. Let's hope the injury's not too bad, but he is moving. So that's always a good sign. Each team coaches and Northeast Jones Tigers team, Dr. Kirk Landrum, out there looking after him. And this is number 5 for the Bulldogs. But he gets up under his own strength, so it's always a good sign. So hats off to that young man, showing great strength and sportsmanship. So after the good deep punt by Charlie Strickland, and the fair catch by the Bulldog returner, but who dropped it after the fair catch, he took a vicious blow by the Tiger defense and recovered by the Tigers. The Tigers are going to start deep in Bulldog territory. It's kind of hard to see the yard line here. Looks like it's going to be at about the Bulldog 20-yard line. And while we're getting ready or getting set for the Tiger offense to take the field, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. I'm Kinsley Keys with Scenic Productions LLC. You can like us on Facebook at Scenic Productions LLC. And we're back to the ball game as the Tiger offense gets set to take the field in good deep Bulldog field position. Nate Smith takes the hands off, gives it to Tony Barnes, who's going to take it around the right side. He's going to run past a few defenders. 2 flags on the play. Looks like he's going to take it into the end zone, but we're going to see what the flag is. Still awaiting a call from the officials. It's going to be holding against the Tigers. So the Tigers are going to bring it back. Ball is going to be placed at about the 20-yard line or 25-yard line. Tigers come out, one receiver on each side. Smith takes the snap, his pump fakes, rolls out to his right, looking deep, trying to point out a receiver. Going to avoid a defender. Going to be knocked out of bounds after maybe a 5-yard gain. It's going to bring up second down for the Tigers. And they get set again. 2 receivers line up to the right. Smith fakes the snap. Tony Barnes came across the middle. He got the direct snap. He avoids a tackle along the left side. Picks up a few more yards. Going to get taken down about maybe the 10-yard line of the Bulldogs. It's going to be enough for a first down for the Tigers. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. So with 5:48 left in the second quarter, of first half, it's Northeast Jones 14 and the Franklin County Bulldogs 0. And the scores came with So the scores were an offensive touchdown and a defensive touchdown by the Tigers. And the offense gets set to take the field after the timeout. And at receiver, we have Jamarcus Sampson, Kyle Braddock, and Charlie Strickland. Smith takes the snap. He's going to hand out the ball, who powers his way up the middle like a dropping fumble after he fell. But the Northeast coaches are signaling touchdown, but waiting on the refs. And the officials are going to say it's not a touchdown, but it's going to bring up second down.